They could be sitting next to you on a flight and you'd never know. That's not a metaphor. Elon Musk's children, 14 of them, spread across multiple relationships, move through the world with a level of invisibility that makes even secret agents look sloppy. No paparazzi shots, no airport leaks, no yacht sightings, just silence. Meanwhile, Musk himself is everywhere. On X, on Mars missions, on earnings calls. He's the most public billionaire alive. So how does the most visible man on the planet keep his most vulnerable assets, his kids, completely hidden? The answer isn't just private jets or gated mansions. It's a transportation empire so advanced, so secretive, and so precisely engineered. It makes Hollywood spy movies look like child's play. We're talking about $78 million flying fortresses with antibacterial plasma air, custom Teslas that act like armored fortresses with ghost mode GPS, secret tunnels underneath Texas, and chartered yachts that don't appear on any satellite radar. In this video, we'll take you inside Elon Musk's hidden transportation web from the sky to the sea, the roads to the underground, and expose how one of the richest families in human history moves without leaving a trace. But here's what no one tells you. This isn't just about safety or luxury. There's a deeper reason Musk built this system, a reason tied to a controversial stalker, a college student with a Twitter account, and a decision that may have pushed Musk to buy the entire platform just to shut it down. And if you stay until minute 13, you'll hear the one revelation that made even Musk's biggest critics say, okay, that actually makes sense. Ready to see how a billionaire disappears? Let's begin. Elon Musk doesn't just fly, he disappears midair. Most billionaires use private jets to avoid TSA lines. Musk, he uses them to erase footprints literally and digitally. At the center of this airbound invisibility system is the Gulfstream G650ER, a $70 million engineering marvel. Musk bought it in 2016, but to call it a plane is an insult. This machine has logged enough miles to circle the Earth 6 times in a single year. Not because Musk loves travel, but because his life demands mobility without exposure. This isn't luxury, it's operational necessity. Inside the G650ER, temperature locked at 65 degrees, no more, no less. Air vents silenced, dimmed lighting, 19-passenger cabin reconfigured like a mobile fortress full-service galley, private bedroom, an encrypted Wi-Fi network, flight crew instructions. Never speak unless spoken to, because Elon Musk isn't escaping from the public. He's engineering silence. But the G650ER is just the start. In 22, he upgraded to the Gulfstream G700, a $78 million airborne apartment with 5 separate living zones, plasma ionized air, and 20 panoramic windows. It's not just fast, it's untouchable. And then come the decoys, 2 older Gulfstream G550s, pre-owned, discreet, functional. These aircraft handle employee transport, quick regional jumps, or misdirection. Because when your name is Elon Musk, redundancy isn't backup, it's camouflage. Still think that's overkill? In 2023 alone, Musk's jets completed 441 logged flights over 160 hours in the air. That's 48 full days aloft. And those are just the flights we know about. Because in April 25, everything changed. The FAA introduced new regulations that allow private jet owners to cloak their flight data. And no one benefited more than Elon Musk. Stay with us, because what triggered this FAA shift wasn't a quiet policy meeting. It was a viral feud with a college student that nearly put Musk's children in danger. His cars don't just move, they deceive. When Elon Musk hits the ground, the secrecy doesn't stop. Because if the sky is his invisibility cloak, the road is his chessboard, and the Tesla fleet. That's where things get tactical. Forget limos or blacked out SUVs. Musk uses weaponized electric vehicles. And that's not an exaggeration. Start with the Tesla Model X and Y, the family haulers. Spacious, bullet-resistant, yes. Really, with biometric locks and GPS systems designed to loop, jam, or vanish if needed. Every move can be monitored, redirected, or wiped. Now add the Cybertruck. Love it or hate it, this thing was engineered for chaos. Angular design for deflection, bulletproof panels, and an exoskeleton that looks more military than consumer. Musk once hinted that it could survive a zombie apocalypse. He wasn't joking. But here's where it gets next level. Musk doesn't just drive these vehicles. He weaponizes data through them. These Teslas upload real-time footage directly to secure servers, sync with the law enforcement alerts, receive over-the-air commands for sudden rerouting or full vehicle lockdown. The goal: make every Tesla a moving safe house. And then come the non-Tesla pieces of the puzzle. Musk owns a $20 million McLaren F1, a car so rare it's considered rolling artwork. And yet, it's seen only once in a decade. Even stranger, he bought James Bond's actual Lotus Esprit submarine car, used in The Spy Who Loved Me. Why, no one knows. Maybe inspiration, maybe blueprint, maybe both. But security experts believe this isn't just about the vehicles themselves. It's about how they move. Convoys with lead and tail cars, decoys breaking off to bait followers, shifting schedules, unpredictable routes. Imagine 5 identical Teslas leaving a compound. Which one carries his kids? Which one is empty? You'll never know, and neither will the stalkers. But here's the part that will mess with your head. The next level of travel might not happen on the ground at all. If you can't find him above ground, maybe he's not above ground at all. In 2023, a Reddit post went viral. A user claimed they saw a convoy of unmarked Teslas vanish outside Giga, Texas, into what looked like a service tunnel. Within minutes, satellite imaging showed nothing. No traffic, no activity, gone. At first, it sounded like fiction. But then you remember Elon Musk owns the Boring Company. And suddenly, that fiction starts feeling like infrastructure. The Boring Company's high-speed tunnels were built for Vegas traffic, airport logistics, and maybe someday, Mars. But the specs tell a different story. Underground passages insulated against surveillance, end-to-end encrypted guidance systems, AI-controlled vehicles operating on sealed timelines. Officially, Musk's tunnels in Texas and Nevada serve public functions. Unofficially, they're the perfect escape routes. Security experts have theorized that a personal tunnel system may already exist beneath Giga, Texas, connecting Musk's private compound to off-grid hangars and launch pads. And here's where the twist hits. Musk once said, "I love tunnels. You can't be followed in a tunnel." Think about that. He's already created a self-driving fleet, a private jet empire, and orbital launch systems. Why wouldn't he close the loop underground? And let's be clear, this isn't sci-fi anymore. Visual evidence shows Musk personally giving tours inside these tunnel systems. Footage exists of Tesla vehicles cruising silently beneath Las Vegas, uninterrupted, invisible to anyone above. Now ask yourself, if you had 14 children, constant threats, and access to tunneling technology, wouldn't you build a world beneath the world? We're not saying Musk is moving his family through secret subterranean highways, but we're not saying he isn't either. And if you think that's extreme, just wait until you see how he travels the open seas without ever owning a boat. Owning a yacht leaves a trail. Chartering one lets you disappear. It's one of the strangest facts about Elon Musk. The third richest man on Earth, worth over $250 billion, does not own a yacht, while Bezos, Gates, and Abramovich compete for who has the biggest floating palace. Musk goes in the opposite direction. He rents, quietly, strategically, and only when it makes sense. Take the Zeus, a 74-meter super yacht Musk chartered near Turkey in 21. No paparazzi leaks, no luxury vacation spread. It was a business meeting. On water. Attendees names like Bill Gates, LeBron James, Rihanna, and Mark Zuckerberg. This wasn't a party. It was a floating Davos, with broadband internet, encrypted comms, solar panels, and no public records. And here's why this matters. Yacht ownership creates exposure. Registries, docking logs, fuel supply chains, Chartering, on the other hand, allows Musk to use shell companies for rentals, board last minute, under aliases, avoid long-term crew loyalty leaks, swap vessels as needed to dodge surveillance. And this next part might shock you. High-end charters offer complete passenger anonymity. Even the crew often don't know who's boarding until moments before departure. But the twist: Tesla has reportedly begun designing a super yacht, estimated at $700 million. It would be solar-powered, zero emissions, and rumor has it submersible. That's right. The man who bought a Bond submarine car in 2013 may be building one for real, if completed. It would be the most advanced maritime escape system ever created, part luxury, part mobile command center, part ghost ship. But until then, Musk continues to treat the ocean like he does everything else, as a controlled environment, not a playground. And when he sails, he doesn't announce it, he disappears. But now comes the biggest challenge yet: keeping 14 kids safe across multiple continents and keeping the world from knowing where they even are. You can track a jet. You can't track a child who doesn't officially exist. Elon Musk has 14 children. That's not a typo. And no one, not even the press, knows exactly where they are, how they travel, or who they're with. That's not neglect. That's engineering. Each child is part of a compartmentalized security matrix. Some live publicly, like XEA-12. Others, no birth records, no appearances, no social presence, not even a whisper. Sources suggest Musk employs a travel strategy that rotates jets, identities, and routes across family units. Sometimes they fly private, sometimes they charter aircraft under fake names. Sometimes they're escorted in decoy convoys, one car with the real passengers, two to confuse surveillance. And here's where it gets more complex. Each Mother Grimes, Siobhan Zillis, Justine Musk, and others lives in different cities. Meaning Musk's system has to manage parallel, secure, and independent movements, all under threat levels most governments would consider extreme. This isn't parenting, it's tactical logistics. And just for contrast, let's talk about Lionel Messi. Recently, a video titled "Here's How Lionel Messi Lives 2025" went viral. It showed Messi and his family traveling in full-view yachts, luxury resorts, kids smiling for cameras. Beautiful, open, exposed. Now ask yourself, which life is more free? The family who shares everything, or the one who vanishes without a trace? It's not about privacy versus publicity. It's about protection versus pressure. And when your children could be kidnapped for ransom or used as leverage against global tech infrastructure, you choose protection always. But none of this would be possible without a final piece: the legal maze Musk built to hide it all. If you can't see the name, you can't follow the trail. Here's what most people get wrong about privacy. It's not about turning off your phone. It's about never letting your name appear in the first place. That's exactly how Elon Musk operates. Take his jets. Not one is registered under Elon Musk. Instead, they belong to Falcon Landing LLC, a shadow entity tied to SpaceX and Tesla through multiple shell companies. This legal veil makes it nearly impossible to confirm who's flying, track recurring flight patterns, identify passengers, even prove ownership in court. But Falcon Landing is just the surface. According to leaked corporate registries, Musk uses a daisy chain of LLCs, some based in Delaware, others offshore, to cloak everything from hangars to service contracts to satellite connectivity. You can't trace what you can't name. You can't name what doesn't technically belong to him. It's the same strategy used by intelligence agencies, billionaires in high-risk nations. And yes, organized crime. Only here, it's for family security. Compare that to Jeff Bezos. His jets are flashy, documented, and often used for PR. Bill Gates registered jets under philanthropic shells, but still searchable. Musk, he's built a ghost grid. And the kicker: in multiple instances, Musk's jets were tracked taking off only for passengers to never arrive. These aren't glitches. They're ghost flights, decoys meant to trigger tracking bots, draw attention, and leave real passengers untouched. The result: A billionaire family that moves across continents without ever being seen. But this isn't just about hiding. What if the system Musk built is a prototype for future elite travel? You'll want to hear this in the payoff, because if what we've uncovered so far is true, then the world's most watched man has already disappeared. They could be sitting next to you on a flight and you'd never know. That line sounded dramatic at the beginning. Now it sounds like a blueprint. Because Elon Musk hasn't just built a secure life, he's engineered a private transportation ecosystem: air, land, sea, and underground, designed to move human beings without detection. Jets with encrypted manifests, cars that self-obfuscate, tunnels that erase trajectories, yachts that don't exist on paper, shell companies that own everything and nothing. It's not wealth, it's intentional disappearance. And here's the twist that flips everything. This isn't just about keeping his kids safe. It's about testing the infrastructure of a new class divide. In the future, only a handful of people will afford this level of privacy, speed, and escape. Musk isn't escaping the world. He's building the roadmap for how the elite will travel when being seen becomes a liability. And guess what? It's already working. You've seen the headlines, but you haven't seen his family. Not once, not really. So now it's your turn. Do you think this is smart or dangerous, necessary or dystopian, freedom or control? Comment your take and tell us which celebrity's hidden life should we uncover next.